Turned on, Aunt Lola,
Alright.
and you look beautiful.
Oh, I do not.
You do. The first question I asked your sisters and brother was just kind of what was it like when you grew up?
Well, we had lots of good times, I guess. All us kids running around there and hot and poor, but we had things we could do.
What did you do for fun?
Go for walks, climb trees, and play games, and I guess that was about it. I don't know.
Where did you fit in the family? What was your role, and where did you kind of fit in the kids?
Well, I helped Mom out a lot with the housework and looking after the younger kids. Sometimes help cook and just wash dishes, and do different things.
Well, I know you all had a lot of stories about with your brother and sister and your mom and dad. Do you have any favorite ones? Things that you did or with other kids?
Favorite stories?
Yeah.
Golly. I think I already told you that story about Erling cutting my hair, didn't
I don't remember that one. Go ahead and tell me.
I? I didn't tell you?
You might, and I don't remember. I don't know.
Oh, well, I was going to go get my hair cut. She said, oh, no, I can cut your hair just as good as anybody else could.
How old were you guys then?
Huh?
How old were you?
Oh, I was probably maybe 15 or so. And she started cutting my hair. And she'd say, oh, this side's not even together, and I got to cut the other. And she kept cutting till my hair, I didn't have no hair. And I was a-crying and having a fit.
What did your mom say?
She just laughed at us, I guess. But I told her she wasn't ever cutting my hair again.
As far as I know, she didn't cut anybody's after that. What are some important things that you feel like you've learned in your lifetime that you want your kids to learn or your grandkids to learn?
Oh,
Things that you kind of already learned?
just to love each other a lot. And I don't know, I guess a lot of important things. You don't have to have a lot of money to have a lot of fun and
That's important.
get by and just do what your mom and dad says, and things usually work out.
What is it that you'd like to pass on to them, or things that you've learned about relationships with people, whether it be a kid or a spouse? What are some things with the relationships you want to pass on?
Well, I think you need to always be fair about everything and not be saying ugly things to each other, and love each other a lot. You never know how long you're going to have the other.
Anything jump out at you that you would have done different in your life? You wish you had done different?
I might, but I married different people.
Are you serious?
Well, don't say. I wouldn't have my kids if I had them, I guess, but anyway.
You think you could have chose better partners?
More than likely I could have.
That's important. So what would you tell your grandkids now getting married about choosing partners?
Pick them a good one. Don't get a drunk or druggy or partier.
I'd even be interested in knowing what makes a good partner.
Good provider, good helper, good father, good husband. Don't cheat on you.
Any advice about raising children? You've raised your family and grandkids now.
Well, take good care of them.
What's that mean?
You cook for them, you keep them clean, you send them to school, you take them to church, and teach them right from wrong.
Do you believe in discipline?
Yes.
What does that mean to you?
Well, it means if you don't discipline, they ain't no telling what they're going to do.
But what's the word discipline mean to you? Does that mean spankings? What does that mean to you?
Yeah, I think they need a spanking occasionally. Never did hurt me.
Did your
I
mom
grew
and
up
dad?
pretty good.
Did your mom and dad spank you?
Oh yeah.
Mom or
Used
dad?
to switch.
Who was that?
Mom usually. I don't remember Daddy ever spanking. Mama usually done that.
You mentioned earlier about taking the kids to church. Is religion, has it always been big in your life, or is it now?
Well, I always went to church. Used to enjoy it. I don't go much now. But I do think it helps kids behave better and learn about God and everything.
So you think it's more important for kids to go than people our age to go, or?
Well, no, I don't guess it is. I already know all that stuff, and they got to learn it.
Okay, I understand. You know, us use our imaginations for a minute, Aunt Lola. If we were going to write, you were going to write a book, what would you name it? What would that book be about? I know you got a book in you.
Golly. I don't know. Maybe how much I love my sisters and my brother.
Okay. What is it that you'd like people to know about you? Things that they might know or they might not know about you? Even beyond your immediate family, what are some things people may not know about you that maybe they wouldn't guess by just meeting you briefly?
I don't know. I think people know me pretty well. I always try to be fair about anything. Try not to say bad things to anybody.
Do you have
Get along well with people.
Do you have any heart's desires or things you wanted that you didn't get fulfilled? Or things you wanted to do that you didn't get to do yet?
Well, probably would have been better if I'd have went to school or college or something, you know, and learned a better trade or something than what I know now.
So you have some regrets about education?
Yeah, I wish I would have. I used to say I wanted to be a nurse, but that never did happen. So.
Think you would have been a good nurse?
I believe so. 'Cause I like people. I would like to help them, you know, if I could. And I said that.
I'm sure you could have done and been a lot of things if you'd wanted to and had the opportunity.
I didn't hear you.
I said, I'm sure you could have done and been a lot of things.
Yeah, I probably could have. I used to also want to be a singer, you know. I used to love to sing and play the guitar a little, but I don't know, after you have kids and everything, you kind of put your attention on them. And so I never did try it.
So you never sang for a group or kind of reached out to try to do that?
Well, I've sang a few times for groups, but I never tried to make it big or nothing on it.
Okay.
But I always enjoyed getting together with people and singing and playing music and stuff.
Any special traditions within your family that you'd like them to keep up?
Well, I think this what we're doing that this reunion was a good tradition, but I don't know how long it can go on. All of us are getting pretty old, so, but I think it's good to get together like this.
So it'd be good to keep doing it.
Yeah, it would if we could.
Anything that, what was it you'd like to be remembered for someday by your grandkids and future generations?
I don't know, I guess I was a pretty good mother and a pretty good grandmother, loved them and helped take care of them and had fun with them, and that's about it. Tried to teach them what's right from wrong, sometimes when their parents wouldn't or something. Anyway.
How would you describe your mom?
Well, she was a good mom. She worked hard. And we better do what she said or we was in trouble.
Okay.
And she taught us right from wrong.
So she expected you to mind.
Oh, yes, she did. She grabbed that switch.
That's interesting. The other kids didn't mention the switch.
Oh, she was bad with that switch. Sometimes she'd crack you on the head with a pair of scissors.
I might have heard that one. What about Grandpa? How would you describe your dad?
Well, he was a good daddy, but Mama usually was the one that I think had control of everything. Pretty much, she seemed to be the boss. But Daddy was kind of, a happy-go-lucky kind of guy.
Do you think he got you interested in singing?
Well, he used to sing little goofy songs. He could sing all right. But, someone told me one time I thought that he could play the piano a little bit, but I never did really hear him.
Is there anything else, Aunt Lola, you wanted to say? I didn't ask you.
No.
About your family or you?
Well, I just, like I said, want to continue. Everybody loving everybody. Getting along. And
That seems a big theme, is just loving everybody.
yes. I can't stand to see siblings or, anybody on the odds with the other. It just upsets me.
Okay, and you might have already answered this. Did I ask you what one of the biggest lessons is that you'd like to pass on? What did you say? Things that you've learned that you want the younger ones coming after you to do better at or know, or?
I think I did answer that, didn't I?
I think so, about remember.
I don't know what I said.
You can answer it again.
I just like them to keep doing right and staying out of trouble and raising their kids right and all that kind of stuff.
Okay. Well, thank you, Aunt Lola.
Well, you're welcome.